Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Airsoft, where today I will be reviewing this excellent JG T3 MC51. Hey guys, so welcome back. So recently you will have seen I've done an unboxing on this JG T3 MC51 or T3 MC51, and today I thought I'd do a little bit of a review post having used it in a game. And first thing I can tell you is the thing is an absolute monster on the playing field. So just remove the mag. Here's a high cap that comes in the box. It's currently empty. I just wanted you guys to see what it looked like inside. So in a previous video you will have seen I did a downgrade to the gearbox where I removed the spring that was included as it was a little bit too hot, and I put in an SP90, and that brought in quite low, just over 300. And I decided that actually for the site I was going to, I needed a little bit more FPS, so I changed the spring and put in an SP100, which gave me just under 350 feet per second, which was absolutely spot on for what I needed it for. So onto the review then. Obviously externally, although I've been over this before, I will talk about it. So front flash hider, front sight and charging handle are all metal, not very strong metal, particularly in the case of the charging handle. So if you're thinking about doing a HK slap, don't do that too often because it will break the handle. I don't think I dare do it again. You've also got the butt plate as well at the back that's got a nice handy little sling loop. This is also metal as well, and the included rail to go across the top that just screws on is also metal. Everything else is pretty much plastic, as much as you can see. And I'll be honest, the weight of it, you can't particularly tell that it's mostly plastic. It's got a really nice firm solid weight to it. I've been really happy with it. It is a little bit unusual at first getting used to not having a stock, but it allows you to run it a little bit more like a pistol and just kind of wave it about a little bit, particularly if you are moving and trying to shoot at the same time. The battery, although I showed you in the unboxing, does go in this front hand grip here, so I'll remove the pin, pop off the handguard, and there is access to the battery. I run mini little stick lipos in there, 7.4 volts, and they sit in there quite nice and snug. I basically use this for 2 full games and didn't need to change the battery at all, and that's on a 1200 milliamp lipo. So I've been really happy with it. So down to the review then. I suppose the big negative from my point of view is the rate of fire on between the lipo and the motor wasn't particularly amazing. I've got other kit that shoots a much higher rate of fire than this does, and at times it often sounded like the battery was running out despite it being fully charged and only just inserted, and it was noticeable that at times the rate of fire would go up and down. This seemed to get better as the day went on, so it will require a little bit of investigation, I suppose. When I was downgrading it in a previous video, I couldn't see any particular issue, so maybe it's just down to the motor. Maybe the motor's not particularly good, so I will try and change the motor out, get like a high-speed motor and change that over. What I did find is that the hop unit, the hop rubber, is absolutely amazing. The range that I was getting out of this shouldn't have been happening. It was absolutely incredible, and people around me were not sure and questioning why I was even aiming at people at quite long ranges, and then genuinely surprised as was I when I was actually hitting those people. So other than the rate of fire, everything else about this monster has been absolutely brilliant. I've got 2 extra mags with it on top of this high cap as well, so I've run 3 high caps, and every single one of them has wound up perfectly and fed absolutely perfectly. On one of them it even fed nearly every single last BB from a full wind of the spring underneath. Another handy feature on the side of the mag, you can see that hole there. That allows you to use a winding key that comes with the mags to wind the mag up quickly and easily, particularly before a game, just saving your finger having to wind the little wheel all the time. They're about 500 rounds each. So I can honestly say this thing has been an absolute success. I'll show you some photos and then I'll show you a little snippet of game footage as well. This thing for £70 has been absolutely amazing, and if I could justify getting another one, I would most definitely get a second one. So if you do like your G3 variants and you want something with a little bit bigger mag than maybe an MP5 but looking quite similar, then I would highly recommend that this is the piece for you to go with.